welcome to Quick Card Tuesday. Today we're going to be working on a fun tag. I know it's not a card, but with the holidays right around the corner, I figured we can make a really fun tag that you can use to put on some treats for your coworkers or even for some of your girlfriends. It's a little bit of a nicer style tag, so I don't know if you would make this for kids. But of course, if you know of some children that would love it and save it, I would absolutely make it for them as well. So today we're going to be featuring the KinderStampO Vintage Halloween stamp set. And this one just has a lot of really fun sentiments. These are darker because I stamped them with stays on. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a regular number 5 tag. And these are just those regular shipping label tags. I'm going to be using the Vintage Ledger background stamp from Unity Stamp Company. It's one of my very favorites, so let's go ahead and use that. I've gone ahead and pre-mounted it on one of my blocks, and I'm going to use Classic Stampin' Up! In Chocolate Chip. It's one of my favorite colors. I use it all the time. So I'm just going to ink it up really nice. And remember, this pad, this stamp is very distressed, so it doesn't really matter if there's some edges that don't get stamped. That's okay. So now I'll just go ahead and press it onto the paper and remove it, and then we have something that looks like this. Doesn't that look beautiful already? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my table just to make sure I don't get that ink everywhere. And we'll move this over to the side because we won't be using that anymore. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some color box ink, and this one is in creamy brown. Let's see if I have an open one. Here goes the creamy brown, and I'm just going to use this to distress the edges. I love the really soft details that this leaves on your projects, and they're so accessible because it's just this little tiny pad. So now we have something that looks like that, and we'll just keep moving this along. The next stamp I'm going to use is this chandelier, and this is from the Unity Stamp Company Glowing Hours stamp set. This is by Authentic Papers. I love their new paper lines, and I just have to get their stamps. So let's just go ahead and take this out. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a block and put it on here. For this one I'm going to use some Memento ink because I want it to really stand out. And I'm just going to generously tap it with my pad to make sure I get really even coverage. I got some around the edges here. I'm just going to clean it up. Normally it doesn't go on the tag, but just to be sure, just clean it up. And now I'm going to offset it on the right. You'll notice that I'm leaving a little bit off of the tag just so that it kind of looks like it's dangling off. Okay, so there we go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another block, and this time I'm going to take out one of the greetings from the KinderStampO Vintage Halloween, and we're going to be using the Halloween Greetings one. And I've just put that on my block, and again just grab my Memento ink and press it into the pad. And I'm going to stamp this right underneath the chandelier, like that. Okay? So now we're pretty much done with our stamping. I'm going to move this over to the side for a second, and I'm going to show you a few little fun flowers that I've made using the McGill punch. So what I did is I used the McGill Sun Punch, and all I'm going to do is punch out 4 of these like that. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your tool and you're going to roll it in the center. So rolling your stylus in the center so that it has a cupping effect like that. And you're going to do that to 2 of them. You're going to leave one of them a little flatter, so cup it, but don't cup it too much because you want it to be a little bit more open. And then the very last one, we're going to take our scissors and we're going to snip in between every 2 sun rays. And what this does is it allows it to close up a little bit more once we cup it with our tool. So all I'm doing is making the paper a little bit more flexible, so when I cup it, it'll stick out a little bit more. So now we're just going to cup it like this, and you'll see how now we have this very nice detail. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some glossy accents, and it's clogged, so let's clean this up. I love my glossy accents, but I don't like having to clean it, to open it up all the time. It tends to clog really easily on me. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to keep your glossy accents from clogging, I'd love to hear it. Okay, so now the one that we cupped, left a little bit more open, is going to be our base. And then we're going to put another one in the center, like this. And sometimes when I'm putting it and assembling it, I'll put it in the base and then I'll kind of use my stylus just to help me just assemble it better. So just put another little drop, and here we'll put the 3rd one, and then put another little drop, and then we'll put the 4th one. And remember, that's the one that's really cupped. And at this point, if you want to play with it and manipulate it a little bit more, you can, but I think it looks great like that. Then I'm just going to take some random jewels. I think I'm just going to use one of these smaller ones. And again, I'm just going to put a little glob of glossy accents and just drop it in there. Okay, so now we have that. And then you're gonna really make 3 of these just to save time. I've only made 1, and then I'll show you what the finished project looks like. But even with 1, it looks really cute. You can also use your glossy accents to adhere the flower to the card. So I'll just put it on the corner like this. The next thing I did was I took 2 pieces of satin ribbon, and I'll cut a piece of the orange like that, and we're going to make that one smaller because that's the one we're going to use to tie it, and then a little longer for the black. So the black is going to go through the center like this, and we can adjust it later. And then the orange is just going to go simply wrapped around the orange like that and tied in a knot. So I'll tie 1 and then just do a double knot. Okay. And then I'll just trim these edges. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm left-handed. Sometimes I'm quite challenged with scissors, but these Westcott scissors are so sharp that I don't really have those issues anymore. So now we'll kind of open it up like this. And then we'll grab another little rhinestone a larger one this time, and we'll put it in the center of the orange ribbon, like that. And then to add a little bit more detail, we'll take some stickles in orange, and there's some flames right here. So I'm just going to highlight the little flames with my orange stickles. I think that makes it look really sweet. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and highlighted the flames. So let me show you the one that I made originally. So here goes the one I made originally where I put the 3 flowers, or this one where I simply put the 1 flower. Again, it's a personal preference. Whatever you wish works well for this project. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tip, and I can't wait to share new ideas with you really soon. Thanks for watching.